Two former aides to Donald Trump were held in contempt by the U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday for failing to cooperate with a probe into the deadly Jan 6 Capitol riots. Peter Navarro was a top trade advisor to the former president, while Daniel Scavino was a deputy chief of staff. Both men did not comply with subpoenas to appear before the House Select Committee. The Democratic-controlled House backed the charges against the two men by a vote of 220 to 203. Only two Republicans, Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, who were both Jan 6 committee members, joined Democrats who controlled the chamber in backing the charges against the two men. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy said Democrats were, quote, using the power of the federal government to jail their political opponents, while supporters of the charges said the two former aides have a legal and moral obligation to comply. Neither Navarro nor Scavino have responded to requests for comment. The Department of Justice will now decide whether to press criminal charges. Both of the men have argued their communications are protected by executive privilege, although legal experts and the White House have said that principle does not apply to former presidents.
The constitutional protections of executive privilege should not be used to shield from Congress.
The Select Committee, led by Democrats, has been investigating events up to the assault on the seat of the U.S. government by thousands of Trump supporters on Jan 6, 2021. About 800 people, including many White House aides, have been interviewed by the Select Committee. In the past week, Trump's daughter Ivanka and her husband Jared Kushner had also sat before the panel for hours. Contempt of Congress incurs a penalty of up to a year's imprisonment and a fine up to $100,000. However, Navarro and Scavino are the third and fourth associates of Trump to face a House contempt vote. Last year, the House backed charges for Steve Bannon in a case set to go to trial in July. And last December also saw a vote in favor of a contempt charge for former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, though so far there's been no word on whether charges would be filed.